26 cars, one split second, and one driver who stepped out of the wreckage and said something nobody thought they would hear. Bubba Wallace had control of the race. Then, in only a few seconds, it all unraveled, and 25 other cars got dragged into the disaster with him. Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race at Talladega Superspeedway was supposed to be a breakthrough day for Bubba Wallace. His team made a sharp move early that looked brilliant. They brought him in for fresh tires before the end of Stage 1, setting him up to return later for fuel only. That single call helped him jump 22 cars on pit road and suddenly placed him right at the front, heading into Stage 2. He was exactly where every driver wants to be. The strategy was perfect. The momentum was real. But Talladega has a cruel habit of waiting until the best moment to take everything away. Just 15 laps into Stage 2, everything changed. On lap 115 of the Jack Links 500, Wallace was leading the middle lane in a 4-wide pack. If you've never watched superspeedway racing, this is where things get dangerous fast. Cars are packed inches apart, nearly bumper to bumper, flying close to 200 miles per hour. Every twitch matters. Every push matters. One wrong touch can erase half the field, and that's exactly where this turned ugly. Ross Chastain was directly behind Wallace. He was pushing hard, moving up from the bottom lane into the middle lane. Wallace shifted to protect position. Then came the shove, a bad one. Wallace's car snapped loose and fired sideways toward the outside wall, straight into the path of Cole Custer. Custer tried to escape. There was nowhere to go. In one violent chain reaction, the 3-wide pack collapsed at once. What happened next looked unreal. Cars smashed into each other through Turn 3. Smoke swallowed the track. Visibility vanished. One reporter watching live yelled, "That's the whole field." And for a moment, it felt true. Drivers behind Wallace had no warning and no chance. At that speed, when you finally see the smoke, you're already in it. Too late, too close, too fast. One driver said he was only 4 cars back when it started. Another said only 1 car behind him somehow slipped through untouched. The wreck spread like a wave, swallowing car after car after car. When the smoke cleared, Talladega looked like a junkyard. NASCAR instantly threw the red flag. Safety crews rushed out. Damaged cars sat everywhere. Many had to be dragged to the garage. The broadcast called it a parking lot. Honestly, that might have been putting it lightly. When officials counted it all up, 26 of the 40 cars were involved. Let that sink in. More than half the field gone because of one moment. One shove. One mistake. One chain reaction. Talladega's biggest big one came in fall 2024 with 28 cars. This one came terrifyingly close to matching it, and the names caught in it made it even bigger. Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Cole Custer, Joey Logano, a 3-time Cup Series champion and 3-time Talladega winner, William Byron, T. Gibbs, Daniel Suarez, Connor Zilisch. So many contenders erased in seconds. This wasn't just a wreck, it changed the entire race. Wallace climbed from his car and was taken to the infield care center. Thankfully, he was released without serious injury. But when he walked out and spoke on Fox, the frustration was impossible to miss. You could hear it instantly. Damn, nothing to show for it in the first stage. That line hit hard, because he was right. His team had nailed the strategy. They had done everything correctly. Then it was gone. Wallace added that they were trying to sort out the strategy side and hated it for the team. Then came the part that stung most. We have 2 now. 2 DNFs already this season. 2 races ending before the job was finished. For a team trying to build momentum, that's brutal. All the work from Stage 1, all the planning, all the pit decisions, wiped out in seconds. But nobody is talking about what came next. Wallace didn't blame Chastain. He didn't explode. He didn't point fingers. Instead, he turned inward. It's a bummer, but we've got to figure out how to be pushed better. Then he took responsibility himself, saying they debrief and figure out how to make their Toyotas stronger in traffic so it doesn't happen again. After a crash that massive, that response caught people off guard. Most drivers would be furious. Wallace was already focused on fixing the next problem. That says something. And to be fair, many drivers believed this wasn't one person's fault at all. Ryan Blaney was right there behind Chastain and Wallace when it happened. His explanation was brutally honest. He said everyone was kind of pinballing off each other, bumping and bouncing, the lanes closed tight, and suddenly everybody wrecked. No clear villain, no easy blame, just chaos building until it snapped. Blaney's point matters. At Talladega, pushes don't start at the front. They begin rows behind you. By the time that force reaches the lead car, it carries the pressure of an entire line of cars. Wallace wasn't only hit by Chastain. He was hit by the momentum of the whole pack. One weak link, and the entire chain explodes. Joey Logano explained it another way, and it might be the best description of superspeedway racing anyone has given. He said these cars are unstable when they touch, like trying to push two basketballs together. They don't stay straight. They bounce. They slide. They betray you. Logano even said Talladega can feel like you only have two choices sometimes: save fuel or wreck. That's the reality. Kyle Larson, the defending champion, said he never even had a shot to avoid it. They checked up hard, then smoke everywhere, then it was over. He said it seemed like it started from the very front. And that's the terrifying part. Champions, veterans, favorites, none of them could do anything once it began. That is Talladega. But this story gets even tougher when you remember where Wallace was before the crash. He wasn't hanging on. He was thriving. His team made the right call. He executed it perfectly. He had track position. He had momentum. He had a real chance to win. Then one bad push erased all of it. Still, he owned it. He stayed composed. He started thinking ahead immediately. But the standings won't care about that. The damage is real. 2 DNFs now for the no. 23 team, and the road back just got harder. Talladega always reminds drivers how fast everything can change. On Sunday, it reminded Bubba Wallace in the harshest way possible. And the scary part? Next time, it could happen all over again. Was this just racing, or a warning sign nobody wants to admit?